Welcome everyone for another Forewarned guide. Today we're gonna talk about Ouphris and how to actually basic guides to actually how to maneuver, what is his strengths, weaknesses, how can I survive once I get the relic. So this is just a quick guide to kind of give you guys an idea, so as you guys are making your own strats, as the game progresses, this would be kind of more of the basic parts. As the time goes on, then of course a lot of it will change depending on upgrades. So anyways, once you come here, you figure out it is a Ouphris. You guys already know, click the big button, and then of course usually the fun begins. So upon getting the actual relic, a lot of key things about the Ouphris is basically, what kind of items can I use to actually defend myself, and the best one would be the amulet. The amulet, as you keep on upgrading, it will increase the time to kind of protect you, especially when the Ouphris starts to attack. Um, the best way to know when the Ouphris is in that mode is when it starts to whistle. So the more that it actually gets, pretty much when it hangs around with you, it's gonna chase you in the beginning, but it won't kill you. So always keep that in mind, that if he does spot you and he keeps running at you, just remember that if you have your amulet on hand, don't use it right away, because like I said, he's just gonna just follow you around until a certain time frame. Um, but the one thing you really need to do is to always, listen for that whistle that he does. Once you start hearing him whistle, pretty much he'll actually run at you really fast. It's more like a sprint burst type. So best way to do is always left click to use the amulet. Don't forget, it's not a passive item, so always remember to click on it before it gets to you. I had a lot of people asking me that, oh, my amulet doesn't work. A lot of it's because they use it when the Ouphris is not hunting. Sometimes the timing when they use the item, when the Ouphris is on hunt mode after the whistle, and they actually just click it in the wrong times. Um, Shapeshift, of course, everyone knows that. Longest striking ability, yes, this Ouphris will chase you to the ends of the earth. Until you use the amulet, it'll run away, depending on how long your amulet's upgrade is, and then it'll disengage. So usually it's a really good handy tool to escape, especially if you're trying to reach the entrance door once your partners, or once you find the blue lever. So always keep that in mind. Take advantage of that spacing and time. For you to kind of think of a strategy, or how can I reach the door, or how can I give more space in order for me to explore and look for the actual blue lever. Um, Always hide by objects. If a lot of indications is really easy with the Ouphris. His light on his helmet is lit up, so you can actually spot him like pretty far away. So it actually would kind of help you avoid him. But like I said, if you do ran into him, he's just gonna keep chasing you. So always remember, do not use the amulet until he whistles, and that's like one of the biggest things with Ouphris. I would say out of the other Magi's, I think the Ouphris is actually a little bit more lenient to escaping more than the others. But there's gonna be a lot of instances that that pretty much it does be a pain in the butt to pretty much avoid him. So right now he's just kind of walking around. Right now we're actually playing on hard on the medium map, so there's actually a lot more room for him to actually just walk around and stuff like that. So now we're just kind of looking for the blue lever. Like this spacing here is not so bad. I think when you get to his immediate distance, like kind of like helmet range, is when he will start to chase. So if you're kind of like more of this spacing, he won't charge at you. So if you can kind of picture in your mind the distance of like this, he won't be able to charge you, as you can see. So even if you have your flashlight on, and I mean I have like my headlamp on, my flashlight was on him, and you can kind of clearly see that he won't charge on you. It's kind of more like a range. So if you guys keep that range as best you can, he won't charge at you. So let's kind of look for the blue lever first, and then we'll kind of play with the Ouphris a little bit more. Alright, so let's get back to the area. So as you can, like I said, this is the range right here. This is kind of more safe. How you know if you're not in his range is basically, yeah, he's just gonna be walking steady like this. I mean, he'll start to kind of sprint at you once you kind of reach his range. So like, let's say right here. So once he kind of locks on you, he's gonna basically follow you. I mean, if you sprint, he's gonna kind of jog sprint at you. I mean, it won't be enough speed for him to catch you, but as you can see, he's just gonna keep chasing you no matter where you go. I could go this way, he's still gonna be chasing me. He's like basically the one Magi that will irritate you, because no matter where or how far you go, he's gonna still keep chasing you. That's why basically he is the longest tracker in this game. The main thing is you want to stay away from him as best you can. It seems like the more he gets like next to you, then I would kind of guess that it just kind of seems, as far as observation, then the more he'll get aggro to a point he'll whistle at you. So right now I'm keeping at this distance and he's not whistling or anything at this point. So let's kind of head back to the stairs and we'll kind of face to face with him until you hear him whistle, and then we'll do the amulet to kind of push him away. So let's say you're at a dead end, you're like, oh my god, what to do. Like I said, just keep running. Don't worry about using your amulet until you hear him whistle. So it's probably maybe 15-30 seconds, maybe, if you're just like right on him like this, you should be able to hear him whistle. He's just gonna get to that point that he's just gonna like, okay, I'm gonna go for you and stuff like that. So this is like, for strat wise, this will be kinda easy if you're playing with a team. Usually if one person does get the aggro, it's kind of highly best to go to areas that a lot of your teammates are not in, especially large maps, medium maps. to kind of stay away, so it'll be more easy for them to look for the blue lever. I know sometimes it's kind of hard if to navigate through the actual map, especially for a large map. But usually it's kind of like a best way strat wise to take them out of the equation for now. Um, I'm assuming as time progresses with new upgrades and whatnot, as far as maybe switching to different characters, maybe could be. And why are you not whistling, sir? So, anyways, another objective that's really challenging is to take a picture on his true form. Basically, he's like a three-headed looking monster. The pretty much for now, the only way to actually get a picture of him is when he kills somebody. So let's say if one of your teammates doesn't make it to the entrance, and let's say your whole party is up in the stairs, you probably have like a how many seconds in order for you to take a picture. He will run away once he bees in his true form. So always get ready to take a picture because that will be your only chance. Once that certain timer does expand, then he'll revert back to a different form or the same form. But usually the best way to kind of notice for the Ouphris is basically it's always this Geiger counter on his waist, this flashlight, and it's just how he maneuvers. It just has that oddly vibe to it. Um, and always trying to double check with your team. Like do some nods or something if it's you, whatever, or just do a global chat, and all that other stuff. So those are some ways to actually distinguish your teammates and whatnot. But I'm kind of shocked that he's not whistling. He's been staring at us for like maybe what, close to a minute, maybe more than a minute now. Maybe I don't know, because we would kind of have him stare at us right at the bottom of the stairway. There we go. So once you hear the whistle, just always click on the amulet before he starts moving. And then you'll kind of see him run away and whatnot. And usually this is a good way for you to start moving the opposite direction. The amulets do recharge for a certain amount of time, so always give that chance to once you start backing up, just give that chance to for it to recharge, and then just continue to look for the blue lever or head back to the entrance. So oh yeah, so anyways, so that is Ouphris the Forgotten. Basically his movements, his strength on what does he do inside there. Like I said, he's out of the Magi. He's kind of um, more easier to navigate around as long as you keep that distance. So always remember that distance on the earlier part of the video. If you can maintain that when moving around, especially when you're soloing, it's actually more easier to maneuverability. Um, just in case you don't have to butt heads with your other teammates. Um, and if you do, like I say, if you do end up getting the aggro, it's really easy to have a really good spacing away from him. So just always maintain that distance. It's a really good way to continue to look for the blue lever as long as you keep that distance. And if you do end up going to a dead end, just do a quick turn and just run past him, because a lot of times when you do run past him, he'll just kind of stop as you get closer. So he'll basically still continue to stay in place, and once you run past him by a certain distance, then he'll start running after you after that. So just try your best to pretty much outmaneuver and continue to look for the blue lever or the exit. So anyways guys, I'm hoping that this basic guide will help you kind of stay away with Ouphris or to outmaneuver him as you keep progressing, you know, to look for the blue lever or the exit. If you're new, go ahead and check out my solo guides as well in my playlist. That would actually show you easy ways to get gold or how can you time yourself, navigation through the actual maps. And like I said, stay tuned for more Forewarned guides, and I will have the Deacon, Rathos, and the Necraft, the Shadow guides as well to help you guys out. Okay, so anyways, guys, take care and have a blessed day.